Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Starting off locally here in Trinidad and Tobago, the government in the 2026 budget presentation announced the intention to align with CARICOM's 25 by 2025 Food Security Initiative, which aims to reduce the region's food import bill by 25% by the end of 2025, promoting agro-exports, amending value-added tax, and a focus on Tobago's agriculture are among the areas of focus following a $1.13 billion allocation. In my opinion, it could have been a little bit more, but nevertheless, hopefully this will be sufficed in order to be able to begin the process of diversification and food sustainability here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Minister of Finance Davindranath Tanku in the 2025-26 budget stated that the focus is to make food more affordable to every citizen by supporting increased and sustainable agricultural production. Agricultural incentives will be implemented to achieve this in the form of the removal of value-added taxes effective from January 1st, 2026.
To remove VAT from all machinery and equipment intended explicitly for agriculture. To remove VAT from all components used explicitly in hydroponic farming and greenhouse farming, if not already specified elsewhere. The review of paragraph 5 of Schedule 2 of the VAT Act to provide a comprehensive classification for zero-rated preparations and chemicals to ensure that farmers have access to a full range of cost-effective inputs for cultivation and animal health.
Among these measures will also be the removal of customs duty from feed used for poultry, cattle, and pig. These amendments are set to stimulate growth for the agriculture sector and benefit farmers. A focus on Tobago's agriculture intends to align with the Tobago House of Assembly's goals and commitments to building productive, safe, and sustainable food systems.
The THA's strategy includes a mega farming program to encourage innovation and attract agri-entrepreneurs, strengthening the food security and positioning agriculture as a viable career path. To further support farmers, the THA is investing in local seed banks to preserve indigenous crops, developing efficient irrigation systems, and providing extensive training on modern agriculture techniques.
The $1.13 billion allocated into the sector will see the integration of agriculture into schools and youth entrepreneurship through the Youth Agricultural Fund. Together, these proposals aim to boost the contribution of the agriculture sector into the national gross domestic product. I am Faith Chariot, keeping it green for TTT News.
Sleep better. Say goodbye to stiff necks, headaches, and restless nights. Our premium cervical pillow is designed to perfectly support your neck and spine, keeping your body aligned while you sleep. Soft yet firm, it adapts to your shape, giving you ultimate comfort and deep, rejuvenating rest. Whether you sleep on your back, side, or stomach, this pillow reduces pressure points, eases tension, and helps you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to conquer the day. Invest in your sleep. Your neck will thank you. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and feel the difference from the very first night. Tobago's emergency response capacity has been strengthened following the opening of the long-awaited CERT or CERT Speyside Response Center. Director of the Tobago Emergency Management Agency, Alan Stewart, said the project was undertaken by the Tobago House of Assembly under, of course, the leadership of Fali Augustine, with support from the Japanese government. He explained that it is the only purpose-built community emergency response building in the entire Caribbean. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine, who was adamant that the center's construction be completed upon assuming office, also noted it is about ensuring TEMA's effective response wherever people are located in Tobago. I honestly believe that Fali Augustine has done an extremely wonderful job as Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly there in our sister Isle Tobago. And elections should be soon, and I hope and pray that the residents of Tobago, the citizens of Tobago, will vote wisely. They will vote based on performance and policy.
In 2016, due to occupational health and safety issues, the Emergency Response Center located at Speyside had to be condemned. In 2017, a proposal was submitted to the Japanese government through their grassroots project for the reconstruction of the center, and in 2018 it was approved. Director of the Tobago Emergency Management Agency, Alan Stewart, explained it is the only purpose-built community emergency response building in the entire Caribbean.
What you will witness here today is a building that was well built for seismicity, wind-type events, and to deal with other types of natural hazard or hydrometeorological events.
Japanese ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Akima Umezawa, stressed on-site response to disasters is most crucial. He noted the Japanese government's readiness to support the project, as this center allows for Tobago's preparedness.
From this perspective, this center is optimally located to serve the local community effectively and efficiently, being well organized for the accurate advice as well as swift provision of emergency relief supply. So in addition, accumulating various area-specific data during a normal time is vital for disaster management.
Chief Secretary Fali Augustine, who was adamant that the center's construction be completed upon assuming office, also noted it is about ensuring TEMA's effective response wherever people are located in Tobago.
Critically, this facility will also contain equipment for the measuring of earthquakes and our response to that. It will also house vehicular assets. It will house trained staff. It will house equipment for immediate response, medical response. And we are currently doing some work at the Charlottesville Health Center that will allow for us to expand the services there.
Mr. Augustine added that while Tobago has been spared many natural disasters, a level of vigilance must be maintained. The Eco-Industrial Development Company Limited was the project manager for the construction of the CERT Speyside Response Center. Carissa Douglas, TTT News.
Ladies, meet your new go-to bag, our mega duffel handbag, perfect for your travel, shopping, the gym, and everything in between. Crafted from premium Oxford material, it's not just stylish, it's built to last. Ideal size, flawless design, and unbeatable quality make it the bag you'll reach for every time. Versatile and ready for anything. WhatsApp 762-6589 to order yours today. The Tobago People's Party, TPP, nomination process for the Tobago House of Assembly elections has been closed. TPP political leader Fali Augustine confirmed that the elections officer and team are currently examining the nominations. He said we should enter into screening right after the carnival because Tobago has their own separate carnival now for quite a few years. Screening of candidates and then the announcing of candidates. Of course, we can have 55 nominees. After we go through the screening process, we will determine whether or not we have candidates for all 15 or whether there will be desire by the party to go out again for a district or two. As I said before, I hope and pray that our fellow Trinbagonians there in Tobago will give Fali Augustine a second term in office because he has really done exceptionally well, and he's working hand in hand with central government under the leadership of We the People's Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar to carry Tobago forward and invest in tourism and sustainability and autonomy to an extent.
We should enter into screening right after the carnival, the screening of candidates, and then the announcing of candidates. Of course, we could have 55 nominees. After we go through the screening processes, we'll determine whether or not we have candidates for all 15 or whether there'll be a desire by the party to go out for a district or two.
Mr. Augustin remained mum on an election date, noting that there are statutory requirements to follow. He noted that the decision to be made is whether the House can dissolve on its own or if the House will meet and decide to dissolve prior. He, however, informed there have been 2 districts with several nominations.
From the report I have seen, I think the most competitive district will be Bethel district in terms of the number of nominees. Bonaccord, Canaan, close behind in terms of competitiveness. But we have essentially quite a stiff competition in most areas.
No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. Lightweight and quiet. Ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Construction of the Parika port, formerly known as Parika Stelling, is progressing steadily. During a site visit earlier today, Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgehill in Guyana said the pace of work will accelerate in the coming months to deliver a modern international port facility. Once completed, the new port will enable Guyanese business to export goods more efficiently to markets across the Caribbean and beyond. Minister Edgehill emphasized that the project represents a major step in modernizing Guyana's export infrastructure and strengthening regional trade links. What an inspiration Guyana is to the entire region under the leadership of President Irfan Ali. It's wonderful to see. Premium touchscreen wireless headsets restocked. 1.9-inch HD full-color touchscreen. ANC and ENC noise reduction for crystal clear calls. 9D panoramic sound. Long battery life and fast charging. Control music, videos, TikTok, YouTube, and much more. Camera feature, voice assistant, timer, stopwatch, and lyrics on screen. Water resistant, sleek design. Available in gold, black, blue, and purple. Gift-ready packaging with replacement earbuds included. Never lose your earbuds again with the Find Headphones feature that actually works. Don't miss out. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order. Limited stock available. Guyana continues to lead global growth rankings with the International Monetary Fund's IMF recent regional economic outlook projected the country as having one of the highest rates of economic expansion in the hemisphere. It's all about good governance. It's all about proper management. When you have a vision, and that is really wonderful what is taking place. This is according to senior minister within the office of the president with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, who was at the time speaking at the launch of the World Trade Center Georgetown on Tuesday. Dr. Singh told the gathering that the report reaffirms Guyana's standing and reflects the strength of the country's economic fundamentals. We have a Prime Minister in office here in Trinidad and Tobago who has a wonderful vision for Trinidad and Tobago's development and recovery. And I continue to pray and hope that she will also look towards Guyana and President Irfan Ali in guidance on moving forward with development here in Trinidad and Tobago. Tired of losing your keys, phone, or coins in that annoying gap between your car seat and the console? We've got the perfect solution. Our universal car seat gap fillers are back in stock, ready to save your stuff and make your ride clutter-free. Available in black, brown, beige, and red, they're designed to fit any car seat and blend perfectly with your interior. Simply WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and enjoy delivery straight to your door in just 1 to 3 days. As part of this year's Independence celebration, special attention is being given to one of St. Vincent and the Grenadines' most treasured national symbols, the Vinci parrot, also known as Amazona gildingi. This vibrant and rare bird is not only the national bird of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but also the inspiration behind the colors of the national flag. During recently held Cannabis Festival, which forms part of the wider independence activities, the country's rich wildlife was on display, courtesy of the Nichols Wildlife Complex. Among the exhibits, the Amazonia gildingi stood out as a symbol of national pride and environmental importance. Hazeline Ellis, a technical assistant at the Botanical Gardens and a longtime caretaker of the Amazona gildingi, spoke passionately about the bird's significance. Ellis, who has spent years working to protect the parrots and other native species, emphasized the importance of wildlife conservation in SVG. And we should take that into consideration throughout the entire Caribbean and the world, and definitely here in Trinidad and Tobago, preserve our flora and fauna, our wildlife.
For the national bird, this is our flagship species. This is, when we say flagship, is where we get the national flag from. The colors, the blue, yellow, and green. Yes, they are very important birds because it is our national bird. It represents us. So, because of that representation, it have a significance. Yes. The program that we have at Nichols Wildlife Complex is due to the fact that it is far mountainous. A lot of people can't reach there, and we try our best to actually have them there so that, you know, those who can't get there could also get there. And also in the future, if anything's supposed to happen, maybe a natural disaster, that we always have something to show to the future generation.
You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Where east meets west, just 4 kilometers apart, this location is one of the most fascinating borders on earth. The narrow stretch of water separates Russia and United States. I never even knew that until until yesterday, actually. Across the Bering Strait, the two countries are so close that on a clear day, you can see from one to the other. The Russian island of Big Diomede and the American Little Diomede are divided not only by a few kilometers of ocean, but also by the international date line, meaning they are nearly a day apart in time. So if you're standing on one side, if you're standing on Russia's side, you're on one side of you're in one particular time zone, and on the other side, you're on a different time zone and probably a different day as well. Just 3.8 kilometers, 2.4 miles between them, yet 21. Wow, so definitely days apart. My goodness, 21 hours apart. Because, I mean, when it's like 12 hours, you will still end up falling into the same day. But 21 hours apart, you're barely ever in the same day at the same time. Just what? 3 hours for 3 hours. So that is really, wow, some interesting facts there, people. He bought an island, then turned it into a sanctuary for life. In 1962, a British newspaper editor named Brendan Grimshaw bought a small uninhabited island called Moyen Island in the Seychelles for £8,000. Instead of selling it to resort developers, Grimshaw dedicated the next 40 to 50 years to transforming it into a living paradise with help from his friend René Antoine Lafortune. He planted over 16,000 trees, including mahogany palms and mangoes, to restore the island's lost forest. Created nearly 5 kilometers of walking trails through thick vegetation. Introduced and cared for a population of giant Aldabra tortoises, helping restore native fauna. Wrote his story in a book called A Grain of Sand, reflecting on his life's mission to preserve nature. And that I love nature, so I am truly inspired by this story. Turned down offers as high as $50 million from resort developers because he refused to see Moyen turn into a commercial property. In 2009, Moyen was officially declared the Moyen Island National Park, making it one of the smallest national parks in the world at 9.9 hectares. It now forms part of St. Anne Marine National Park, surrounded by coral reefs and turquoise waters teeming with life. This is truly an inspirational story. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news headlines. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe, most of all, in Jesus' name.